Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Redacted No More podcast. Today we have Chaos there picking his nose. Bro, couldn't you pick a better time than to do that
Bro,
in
you
the
fucking
intro?
mixed it. What the fuck?
Like,
What? No, what? Oh, sorry.
I, you should eat it though. Let's go for the
He
shock
did
value.
it. He fucking ate it.
Okay, so that's Chaos. He's the one eating boogers. Then we have Ash
Yeah.
with the anime profile. Doing very good lately. I'm proud of you, boy. And then
Yeah.
we have me, Naps Reacts, Naps Games, and YouTube. You know who
What's
it is.
what's your
Anything else you
profile?
wanna plug in, bro? You plugged it.
Bro, I'm starting TikTok soon. All right, in the future, I'm gonna plug my TikTok too. Uh, so
Nap
yeah, today we're
talk.
gonna
Nap talk.
yeah, that's gonna be the serious show. It's gonna be like a Dr. Phil kind of show. Uh, okay, yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about we're gonna be reviewing one of my favorite movies growing up, which is called Some Kind of Wonderful. Shut the hell up. It's called Some Kind of Wonderful. It's like I think it's from '87, right, Ash?
Yeah, 1987.
Yeah, it's like an '80s rom com kind of movie that I saw as I was growing up, and I
The
loved
movie is
it.
older
Did
than
you
both
say
Chaos and
com?
I.
What? I don't think comedy means what you think it means.
I maybe it's more it has elements. Like I would label it a rom com, even though it's not super funny. It's more dramatic, I guess, than funny. But
Bro, it's
The Nazis were the funniest part, honestly,
exactly.
and the dad wanting to kiss the son or something.
bro, that's
No, that
you
was
made it
you.
up. And it's romance,
And that's
drama,
a good
and rom-com.
addition. I'll give you that. It's a good addition. But yeah. Well, that guy, I forgot his name.
What, the lead
Sorry.
guy? I was gonna say
Eric
Dietrich.
Eric Stoltz. He's a guy that I've seen in a couple of movies, and he's never the lead. This is one of the few movies where he's actually the lead character, the main character.
This is probably why he's never the lead.
I thought he looked all right. I mean, he looked too old to be a teenager, but all of them did.
Average age was like mid-30s, maybe.
Yeah, we did see some. It was multicultural though. It had some black people,
Yeah.
and they
The
had an
Indian
Indian
girl.
girl.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. Uh,
No Asians, but hey, this was the late '80s, so they did a lot.
yeah. I haven't seen him be the main character too much in movies. This is one of the few ones.
And what's his name? Marty McFly's mom was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leah Thompson, I think is her name.
The girl from Airbud was there.
I don't know her name though.
Well, we know her face.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
had-
then the other guy that looked like he was like from Miami Vice, even though he wasn't. I don't know him. He's a great jerk though.
the boyfriend.
Yeah, he's the best, probably the best character in the movie.
No, he's not. What the fuck?
Dude, he's so manipulative, right? He's like when he's cheating on her, when literally like every girl that's on his side, when he's cheating on her and she gets so jealous, he's like, why? He's like, why are you so insecure? Like, come on, I love you, and she falls for it. He's like, oh, you know what? It's right. It's me. I'm the problem. It's not him.
You
Stroking
gotta-
every girl that he sees.
You also got to give credit to the Nazi because he came in as a bad, tough guy, making fun of the Lebanese girl.
And then
They
he
turned out to be
the bro.
An artistic, creative guy who had an inclusive gang of brothers and white folk.
That's true.
His dad is an art security guard, and he helps his friend. Well, and that probably where he got his artistic talents from.
Yeah, that was like a cool character, but it's like a character that the main character used as a muscle. You know, that's basically his role. But
Well, he literally had no muscle.
Yeah. All he had was
no, he's some.
He's like a mechanic. He can't even fix his own car. He didn't know it didn't have gas. Like, what the fuck?
all he could do was act like Robert De Niro, close his eyes and be like, "Huh? You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me?"
He does look like Robert De Niro. He's like a diet version of Robert De Niro.
Robert De
It's
Niro
like we got a Robert De Niro at home, and it's this guy. That's the Robert De Niro he is.
And he's like, hey, Charlie,
Exactly.
do the impression of Robert De Niro. And like, you talking to me? You talking to me? Ha 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 ha! Look at Charlie. He really talks like Robert De Niro.
So what was this movie called again?
Uh,
How many times do I have to tell
some
you?
kind of
It's
wonderful.
some kind of wonderful.
It's really forgettable. Anyways, so what happened? Let's start from the beginning. Let's go.
There was some kind of wonderful thing that we watched the whole movie to find out about what the fuck is that.
Yo, was there some kind of wonderful thing in front of him the whole time? From the beginning of the movie and he never realized it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's how it goes.
It was like that's the first thing we mentioned when the movie started.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it took him the whole movie. I never saw till she told me. Oh my gosh.
Bro, I'm not gonna like this movie is predictable, but I still love it. I still
Well,
love
at,
this movie.
at the same time, this came out in like, what'd you say, the 60s?
Yeah,
So,
80s. And at that time,
Bro,
those kind of
87.
movies were the...
yeah. Yeah, so movies have come a long way. It's very predictable, but that's not saying much.
I mean,
back in the day, movies used to be like simple. There's not gonna be much, a lot of cliched and like stylistic stuff, and it would be simple. Like people would be just like watching and being like, okay, bye bye.
Like
yeah,
the
no, but
most,
this movie.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would say like the most like surprising part of this movie for me was the fact that the dad wasn't abusive. He actually cared about this kid going to school, even though he was yelling at them. It kind of seemed like he wanted to fuck the sister.
Nah.
Yeah, that's true. I got those vibes too. And I got the vibe that the big brother, the main character, was beating up on her like a lot. Even on camera.
Yo.
It was like,
The
shut
bad
up.
guys in the Nazi gang, did they have any lines? I didn't hear them. I only saw one guy break the gate in order to.
Yeah,
walk up.
I think I heard one of them say, "Damn."
he got $5 extra from everyone else. He's like, hey, say the word damn, and he was like, okay.
And the main guy, he's not racist. You saw when he left the party, he gave the black guy a tap on the shoulder and was like, "Sup, brother?"
Yeah.
His only interaction with one of them.
You know, as I was watching this movie because I haven't seen it in like honestly like 20 years or so. I would say like 80 years. As I was watching this, I remember why I liked it as a kid. But as I was rewatching it, I saw like things that I didn't notice before. And this movie is like, they talk about like some serious things, like
Suicide.
everything. No, that's what I mean. They expose what's going on in the movie. It's not like when they were using each other, they actually have a conversation about that instead of like skipping or shying away from that. They actually have like a conversation that, bro, you were using me, and she was like, you were using me because I'm hot, and I kind of like that this movie had like those confrontational things, like you know what I mean, like they actually address what's going on, and in terms of like the script or whatever. I like that.
Literally, there was that whole scene in the garage where the girl best friend was telling him, like, literally, I can't live. The only things in my life I care about are you, and my drums. Without that, I'm going to kill myself. You're the only one I ever care about. And he's like, yo, that's crazy, girl. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I don't care about that. That's the only part that's really naive about this movie is that she clearly wants him. Right?
She never says a thing. Never.
Yeah, but he doesn't get it. He's like, I don't look. He doesn't see her that way.
He's like, bro, that's crazy. I love you too, like a brother, bro. I'm a girl. Even the whole
with
like,
that haircut. He's like, not with that haircut.
Even the whole like, you've never kissed a girl. Well, you know I have, bro. Come on, practice on me. Just pretend I'm a girl.
Bro,
Okay, bro, let's do this. And put your hands on my hips. Starts kissing, and she's like, okay, you're good. He's like, oh, you're blushing, bro. Wait, why is the seat all soaking wet? Where'd you?
Yeah, it got a little too heated. She was like, okay,
Bro,
this is
that
making me.
dude did not know how to fucking talk. Everyone he talked with, it got heated. Like he took the girl to the date, he talked with her, and she was like pissed. He just knows how to make people pissed.
Not the Nazi.
Yeah. Nazi
Like
guy,
talking about the-
no, the
they
Nazi
used
guy was
art.
cool because the first time he talked with him, he got pissed. He's like, "What? Why are you stopping me? He was the one who jumped on me. Remember that?"
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
remember I said the F word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that word in a long time. I was like, it's kind of refreshing to hear, honestly.
I had to remember which F word. I was like, "Fuck, what's he talking about?" They say "fuck" all the. Oh, right.
The other F
Yo,
word.
yo.
The other,
Just
the
shout-
3-letter one.
Just shout that word and you can hear it.
The one that rhymes with maggot. Let's just say that.
Baguette. I love baguette.
What were you saying, Ashton? The main character just pissed everybody off with the
Yeah.
way he talks?
Like
Yeah.
every time he tried
He
to
pissed-
talk with someone, he pissed them off.
Yeah.
Like,
His
he
dad,
had zero
his
way of
dad,
talking with
his
her
brother,
dad,
or his sister.
or like that dude, and the two girls, and even
Mhm.
the ex-boyfriend.
Yep. Yeah, he really did.
No, it's because he was talking to shitty people. I mean, that girl, like Leah Thompson, right? She had like a best friend that gave. She was like, really gonna date this mechanic guy? He's like poor. He stinks of oil. Like, you gonna date this guy?
And she was
"I
like,
know."
she was like, his house is bigger than mine. Oh no.
Yeah, compared to me, he's rich. He actually has 3 meals a day. I only have like a snack a day.
Like when he went to pick her up for the date, like it's some dump underneath a bridge, literally. It's got one bedroom. He didn't even say you look beautiful when he opened the door. He was like, "Wow,
No,
ready
she
to
said,
go."
she said, no, the thing is, at that point in the movie, he thinks that she's in on the plan to beat him up. She was never in on that plan. That's the plan that the other asshole made.
That plan was for rich people, not poor people.
Yeah, it was the Don Johnson guy or Miami Vice guy. I don't know his name.
And it wasn't
I
even a
remember.
plan. It wasn't even a plan. He was just talking with his bros, and the sister was eavesdropping.
Yeah, and then the sister was like a wannabe popular girl. She was just trying to be like get some clout.
But
out of
she
the
actually
situation.
cared. She actually cared about her brother. You know, that
I mean-
was like the first time because she was like making fun of him, and he was like beating her up and breaking into his room and stuff. But that was the first time she was like, she left and she was like, "Brother, don't go. It's a trap. I really care about you. I just want you to know." And he's like, "Bro, that's crazy. You're joking, bro."
And
You know what?
he would have gone and they would have been like, "We're here to jump on you," and he would have been like, "Bro, I'm fine, bro."
Bro,
You know what? They should remake this movie for like a modern version of it and like a black version of it, and they should have Common be the main character.
oh
Like,
god.
what?
Yeah, that's gonna
You're
be
crazy,
horrible.
bro.
Hey, bro, what up,
Do you want-
Common?
Hey
I've
sister,
been on a
you want to
date,
go out on a
bro.
Hey, sexy sister, you want to go out on a date with me? And then when he finds out that they're going to beat him up, I will not back down. This is my time to stand up like my brothers before me.
Then he started speaking MLK speech, and people are like, "Bro, that's not MLK, that's Kanye," and he would be like, "Bro, shit, I fucked up."
You know, it's because you're right. The main character, you're making fun of him, and it's kind of rude. He's like kind of like, he's a little bit like a blank character. Like you can insert yourself into him, I guess.
Right. It was like- well, the story was so they didn't really give him much attention besides the whole art. Like he's artistically talented. They didn't give him anything else besides bro.
The only thing that he does is like, "Dad, I don't want to go to college."
Yep. And that whole thing.
No, he doesn't say that until the end. Honestly, he's like a mechanic guy.
But it was
He's
implied.
I like
He-
oils, Dad. I like oils. I don't like college.
Yeah.
I like oils. Dipping myself in oil.
It was
catcalling
implied.
women.
It was implied the whole time, but yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't say.
Yeah. So basically, he was like this guy that really barely had any life. He had this tomboy girl that's actually pretty hot underneath all that.
Underneath,
That was
bro, she still looks hot with the short hair. What the fuck? Underneath.
Yeah, she was
like, no, no,
beautiful.
no, no. It's not the short hair. It's the way that she dresses. It's a little pretentious. She's
Nah,
she's,
bro, it's her
she's not even
style.
full punk.
That's her.
She's
That's
not
her,
even full punk. She's like poser punk. She's like Avril Lavigne kind of punk.
bro. But
You
that's
know
her
what I
life.
mean?
Look, she says to city girl. She said, "See you later, boy," because he wasn't good enough for her. I don't
Stop
remember
trying
the
to
rest
make
of the
that deep,
words.
bro.
I
It's
don't
not
remember the
that
rest of the
deep, all
words.
right?
But look, like she is so. She said the only thing she cares about in that world, her drums, her drumsticks, which she had on her 24/7.
When she
Her,
carried to
her
school for some fucking reason.
and she threatened people in the locker room with them. Her red gloves with the whatever those things are called hanging off of them, stylish, and him. That's all she cared about. Just those things. She's like, if I lose any of them, I'll kill myself. Look, that's all she cares about. Those 4 things. She's a very simple character, but it was obvious from the get go she liked him. The way she looked at him.
Yeah, it's kind of true. I mean, yeah,
So-
you get that.
So it was like a simple story. You don't need to put too much character depth into this. It was pretty obvious. He never looks at her, but they're best friends. And he's looking at someone else, and she only looks at him, but she's afraid to tell him how she feels because she doesn't want to lose him out of him not being interested, maybe. But
Yeah.
he's so stupid, he doesn't get the hints, even when she's like, make out with me. For practice, of course.
Yeah. She actually wrapped her legs around him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
She was like, dude, I'm ready to go all the way. As a joke, obviously, as practice.
And then when he went for a booty squeeze, she was like, "Oh no, we can't do this," because he was getting into it. He was like, he was about to squeeze the ass, and then she was like, "No, we can't."
Bro, you know why I remember liking this movie a lot, and I still do, is because
Because you thought that you could have 2 girls and you cannot even have a single one. Is that why?
Hey, he has a baby mama. Never forget.
you know what? Take it easy, Ash. All right, you're coming a little bit too strong. Okay, I'm talking about 13-year-old me that saw this movie. Okay, you don't need to judge him that hard. When I saw this movie, I've seen a lot of 80s rom-coms, right, or like comedies or like romantic things, and this movie was the first one that I saw that was the girl the girl actually liked the boy, not the boy actually liked the girl. And I that always like set it apart for me. And since I thought that the blonde girl was actually cute, I was like, bro, this guy is so stupid. But at the end, he actually gets the girl. So, but it was the first time of me seeing like a girl actually that madly in love with a boy, and that always I kind of always wanted that, I guess, especially at that age. So that's why this movie kind of like struck a chord with me. Yeah. Okay, stay quiet and make it awkward. Fucking say something, bro. Yeah, how about you, Ash? I would talk about. Did you like the movie?
I mean, it's kind of like, those old 80s movie that you won't have to like pay 100% of the attention. It just makes sense. Like, we were fucking making fun of it. We barely heard them talk, and we fucking
I
understood
know.
the whole fucking movie. That's how this movie was. You don't even have to listen. Like, it could be a mute movie and we would still understand.
Yeah, I was actually mad you guys wouldn't shut the fuck up. I was emotionally invested in the movie.
Bro, you
I
wanted
went
to
back-
hear those fucking cheesy lines. Hey,
I did.
you wanted to fuck me? And yeah, no,
They never
bro,
say
I
that
don't
line.
Fuck, I
They
don't
never.
fuck.
That's a whole different movie, bro.
I don't fuck, bro.
Like, I get, like the dialogue wasn't. I don't think the dialogue was important besides just the conversation or like the last conversation between the guy and the girl.
Yeah, you wouldn't shut up. You were talking about the paintings in the house. Who the fuck
He's
gives
literally
about a
a-
house painting, bro?
You saw how terrible that horse looked in her house. Of course, she's poor.
Yeah,
And look, his whole thing was art. Literally, the only other thing besides his creepy stalker drawings. Oh yeah, he's a stalker. We forgot to mention that.
true.
He
Oh, yeah.
stalked
Yeah,
her.
that's okay.
Like he got called out for stalking her, and he continued to stalk her.
And he got
Like,
the girl. So the movie's pro stalker. It's like if you want to get a girl, stalk.
well, no. She dumped him technically, and was like, "Go get your friend. I'm creeped out by you too.
No.
You helped me escape from my abusive boyfriend. Thank you, but I don't want
She
you
was
either."
creeped out. She was creeped out by their relationship.
She
was
even
like, what the fuck?
she even told the boyfriend at the time that he was watching her like outside the. Remember when he saw her outside the lockers
Yeah.
after the boyfriend walked away? She turned around and he was looking at her and he waved.
No, not
She
wave.
she told him.
He gave a salute, bro. He gave a salute, like good luck.
Yeah, and she told him that because the boyfriend never saw it. She told him. And then he called out at him when he went to the gas station. He was like, "Yo, she's my property, boy. Don't look at my property, boy." And then the guy fucked up his car and took out the oil thing. So, look, I don't want this guy touching my car.
Nah, that obviously this movie is from a different time. This movie has a couple of stereotypes that there's kind of playing into.
True.
One is like,
Remember the security guard was like, "No monkeys."
no monkey business.
Bro, the thing was that like because it's like old movies, so you would know like, oh my god, dude found a way in order to like put his art in a museum, got the girl in, and she was like, oh look at him, my drawing, that's me. When did you take this? And
How
the guy
creepy
was
would
like,
that be?
oh,
Like,
oh, fuck.
this is a date, and you just see a picture of you in there. And then you see his name is signed on it.
Well,
And
yeah,
in those days, you're rogue. In those days, how stalking was looked? Like, were people were pro stalking or anti stalking?
They were pro stalking, obviously, because it's hot as fuck. You know what I mean? At the point that it's trying to show is that this guy that was just stalking her, obviously, appreciates her. Like for that's the point, right? But she debunks that point. But she's like, you just like me because I'm pretty. Like, I don't think I'm stupid, right? Might be pretty, but I'm not that stupid. And she kind of debunks that point later on. But the thing is that she feels like this guy is actually, in love with her or appreciates her. And she doesn't feel appreciated by her rich boyfriend,
Was that whole conversation on the date at the when they were outside and the theater part? He said something to her and she was like, yeah, I should feel this way. Like, you shouldn't have to want for anything or something. Or you should, like, you're better than that, he said. Like, that's when he gave her the earrings.
Yeah.
And she was like, wow, you appreciate me. Thank you.
Yeah, the guy basically took all his college money and he devised this plan to do the perfect date for this girl that he thinks is actually using him to get beat up.
Bro, the funny part
And then
was
the
that
dad.
he did all this and then he was like, oh fuck. Like later on he would have thought like, oh fuck, I could have saved all that money because this friend doesn't need it anything.
I'm not going to college and my parents aren't going to let me stay there. I could have used it for rent. Oh, man. I shouldn't have bought those $20,000 earrings.
I mean, the earrings are useful, the other stuff was like expensive.
Yo, and then the whole conversation with his dad when he was like, all that money out your account. What did you do with it? He's like, Dad, I don't want to go to school. I want to take a girl out on a date. Well, son, have you ever kissed a girl before? Are you a good kisser? Literally, after that scene, every conversation with someone one-on-one with him, it seemed like they're about to be like,
yeah,
you're going on a date?
You want to practice kissing? You want to practice kissing with me? It's like he's gonna practice kissing with everybody in the movie.
Just grab me by the hips, okay? Okay, now come lead in. Okay. Oh, you're good at kissing. Oh man. Okay, that's enough of that.
But we were talking about the main guy being a stalker. The girl that likes him, the blonde girl, she's a stalker too. Like they're there kissing at the opera, and she's there watching, and she's like, okay.
Well, she was the driver.
I know, but she didn't have to watch though.
Well, staying in the car would be boring. Your foot's gonna fall. Like that's why she was gambling outside the restaurant because like staying in the car would be boring. And she's a finesser. She was like that one black guy out there where he was looking at her like, wow, she's him. She's the one. Like she got this. She was finessing. You said the two comedians.
Oh yeah, dude. The '80s were so weird for me. Like growing up, I used to watch a lot of stand-up comedians, and those two guys, that they act the waiters, they had a comedy duo group that was like very cringe. It wasn't that funny, honestly, but it was a stand-up duo that they used to do on stage. 80s comedy, 80s stand-up comedy, bro. It's very cringe. It's very cheesy. A lot of them were very cheesy.
That's interesting because when we're watching the movie, you were like, these two guys are hilarious. Now you're switching up your whole story.
I didn't say they were hilarious. I said they were a comedy duo.
Ash, wasn't he like he was like he was naming them, saying they are hilarious, the funniest people from the 80s. I'd never heard of them.
No, yeah, there were.
Now you're switching up.
No, there was a lot of like 80s stand-up comedians that were just cheesy, and there was a couple of them that later became famous, and those weren't the cheesy ones.
Eddie
like
Murphy?
Ellen DeGeneres. No, Ellen DeGeneres was one of them. Sinbad, you guys remember Sinbad?
Yeah, he was in that President movie. He was in a lot of movies.
The first kid, right?
Yeah.
Richard Jenny, which is another comedian. George Carlin was around too. All those comedians, they were not cheesy, so they stood the test of time. But like those guys that were in the movie, they were very much 80s comedians, and they sucked. But yeah, you know what? I think my favorite character from this movie is the blonde girl because she really likes that guy. Like, goddamn, bro, it would be cool to have like a hot tomboy girl that's deeply madly in love with you,
and she can play drums. But like she can't talk. Like all she does is talk, but she can't. This is the guy she's liked for who knows how long, and every other guy's hitting on her, and she's ignoring them for him. And he's going out on a date, and she's saying nothing. Like she just wants him to be happy.
She's literally simping for him. She's like, "I'll even drive you. I'll be your driver for your date. All right.
You want to practice anal sex? I'm your girl. Okay, I'll help you out. Like,
yeah,
you want to run a train on her? Practice on me first. I got this."
Because
like
you don't know how to do anything. You're a stupid idiot, so I'll teach you.
Bro, thanks, bro. We got.
Whoa, you mean like kiss, bro? Like in the mouth, bro? Okay.
My dad taught me how to do that, bro, but we could do it too.
My dad taught me by doing it on sister.
And then, but yeah, like he simped over the girl, the popular girl who's broke, poor, and she simps over him.
Yeah. And that popular girl, though, she doesn't simp over anybody. She doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Even her friends betray her. And she's like, what?
And then he called her out. He was like, "Are they even really your friends, girl? Yeah, you got no friends, bitch." And their date at the restaurant, they started fighting like 2 minutes in. Like what they ordered? The eggs? What are those things called? Caviar?
Yeah, the caviar.
He ordered caviar.
It's still used as a cliche nowadays to if you want to portray really expensive food, people say, "Oh yeah, caviar."
Yep. He ordered it, and she was like, "What is this?" And he was like, "You live under a bridge. You should know what this is."
Aren't you like a rich girl?
For a 1-bedroom house with half a toilet. Like, you went to her house. Literally, you could hear train tracks when you went there and knocked on her door. She ain't rich. Like, what do you think, bro? And then she started getting really pissy at him. And he was like, "You want to just end the date right now, bro?" And she's like, "Yeah, let's end it." He's like, No. I already paid. Let's get hamburgers." And then everything got better.
You mentioned a threesome.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I think that guy could actually pull off a threesome. Because that hot blonde girl, she would do anything for him. And that other girl, she was like, "I'm kind of digging this guy. He took me to an art museum. He's been stalking me for like 3 years. He made a painting on me, and I look kind of hot in it. I would be down for a threesome." I think he could have pulled it off, but different time. He didn't have that in mind.
I don't even think that was a thing back then, was it?
Bro, in the 80s were wild. They were doing a lot of coke in the 80s, and all the music sounded, all the drums and the music sounded the same. They sounded electronic. Like boom, boom, boom. You hear the drums and you're like, shit, this is an 80s song. This is an 80s movie just from the drums.
And the girl that was at the when he went out to that restaurant or this some concert or whatever, and there was that lady with the 80s haircut with the highlights and the spiked hair. You said looked like a man.
Oh yeah, it's her eyebrows.
Yeah.
Like, she had really thick eyebrows.
Yo, thick eyebrows are hot.
And a man, maybe.
And a woman.
Okay. Yeah, this whole movie is very 80s, and it's funny because the main girl, I don't like her hair at all. I think she looks like a lion, but not like a cool lion.
The
not
popular
like a sexy
girl?
lion. Yeah, the popular girl. It's the 80s, the 80s hairstyle. It's not. It doesn't really look that good, in my opinion.
That's why I like the short hairs girl.
She actually looked better.
Yeah. And then she was comparing herself to her in the locker room, and she was like, "Wow, look at her. She's got like panties on, and I'm wearing my best friend's underwear." And then she gets called out on it. It's like, "I'll shove a drumstick up your nose, bitch." Like, you look exactly like her. That's what you said. They look exactly the same.
Yeah, they have the same body type.
Just put panties on instead of boxers.
No, it's because she was obviously a tomboy.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of the movie, and at that time, I guess being a tomboy wasn't really considered hot. Nowadays, it would be. Even nowadays, tomboys are not considered as hot as like the really girly girls.
It's high school, then. That's high school tomboys. Once you get into the real world, it's like, okay.
Yeah, ideally, you want a tomboy, right? They'll be more relatable to you.
Nah. Opposite. I'm real big on opposites.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said in the dialogue, they address all the issues that actually happen in the movie, and then at the end he realizes that the blonde girl will actually be a way better fuck than the other one, and he's like, "Yeah,
literally after the skinheads break up the party and he's walking away with the popular girl, he sees her and he's like, I don't want the popular girl. Fuck Marty McFly's mom. I want the Lebanese girl."
And dude, they probably fucked that night like crazy. She probably fucked his brains out because that was such a lead up to it. And holy shit, that must have been like a wild fuck night after that, after the credits.
It's like fucking one of your bros.
I guess, yeah. So yeah, obviously I love the movies. You guys don't seem that impressed by it.
Oh, we never said how we feel about it.
Well, go ahead then.
You want my rating?
I mean, your overall opinion of the whole thing, and you too, Ash, after him.
Okay. Well, honestly, I was thoroughly surprised with it. And I really enjoyed how dog shit it was. Okay. Trash film, trash acting, trash school. Clearly, they don't care about anything in that school, first of all. No police. She ran multiple stop signs. Dangerous driving. I would give that movie as an alright movie. It wasn't bad. It had its funny moments too. I'd say it's worth a watch. It's like a good family movie besides the slurs against the homosexuality, which we don't put up with these days.
And the monkey comment. Don't forget the monkey comment too.
I didn't mind it. It was fine. But the the slurs against the LGBTQ community were not okay. I honestly, for a ranking or something, I'd give it like a solid 6.2 because I actually did find some stuff amusing. It's a simple story, and it was short, but it needed to be short. But acting wise, story wise, nothing impressive. But I still enjoyed it more than others. and Marty McFly's mom. It all makes sense. Like after the prom night, she got pregnant. Of course, she got an abortion, or she lost a baby. She switched schools. This is where she met the new guy. This guy came into her life, and then after being abused again by the new boyfriend, she's going back to Marty's dad. It makes sense in the whole universe of Back to the Future.
I mean,
The
if you try
forgotten
really hard, if you try really, really hard and you stretch it out, you could probably interlace both worlds. But
the forgotten years, you know.
what about you, Ash?
Anticipation.
I don't know if he's there.
Oh, and the song at the credits was amazing. Wise man said, except they put some shitty version. It wasn't even the Elvis version.
Yeah,
It was like the first cover song ever made. Wise man said.
It's like the
Oh,
80s.
they fools all shit. Yeah.
Wait, Ash, are you there? He's not there.
I'm coming. Toilet. When did he leave?
I don't know.
Nature's seed.
What?
He's drunk.
Nope.
Would you say nature seed?
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie?
What was that supposed to mean? Yeah, what did you think of the movie, bro? Like, kind of wrapping it up.
I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Oh, fuck you. You don't know movies, bro. Like, fuck you, honestly.
I was very generous with my rating, but his is fair.
No, it isn't.
I found personal amusement in the Nazis and the monkeys, and it was enjoyable. Like it wasn't a tough watch.
Good difference to see between Nazi. Huh? You were like, where did they go?
Is that all you have to say about the movie? Tell me what you thought about the movie, Ash, a little bit.
The thing is that, like, it's like movie didn't have much for, like, you could say the story was simple, acting was simple. At that time they like to play with the tropes. It's simple. Like, you can watch it, you can enjoy, like, you won't be bored, you would, like, be perfectly fine with it, and you'll forget about it, and then you'll watch it again, be fine with it, forget about it. It's kind of one of those movies.
It's a fucking Marvel movie.
I never forgot about this movie. This movie's still one of my favorite movies, especially
I guess
for
we should ask.
rom-coms.
Did you say why it was one of your favorites?
Yeah, I told it already when I explained why it's so important in my childhood story, and you guys just stay quiet.
Like,
Stay quiet after.
I won't say like anything, because the thing is that some of the Disney movies are kind of similar in that way. Like,
This wasn't Disney. Disney doesn't use the F word.
Yeah, they will use the song for it. Like, fish, fish, fish. We don't say the F word. Fish, fish, fish. We don't say the F word.
You know what? I'll give it my rating, which is obviously it's gonna be a high one because it's one of my favorite movies. It's an 8. It's an 8 out of 10 for me, right? Because I love this movie, and it still holds up. I thought if I were watching it, I wouldn't like it, but I was still invested on it, just like I was when I first watched it. And I agree, it's not a movie that has a lot of depth, but at the same time, when it comes to romantic comedies, I'm not looking for a lot of depth. You know what I mean? I saw that movie. She saw that too, or whatever. You know the different version.
The high school one. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie had no depth. That movie had no depth, and I still liked it. I was like, this is enjoyable for me, and that's kind of how I feel about this movie.
So you cherish your days in high school because you were the unpopular dude who got the girl.
Not really. I didn't get the girl in high school. I actually skipped high school altogether.
Oh, you're so tough. Skip your class.
But no. I mean, the main reason that I think I really like this movie is because of the blonde girl, bro. Like what she represented, right?
What does she
Uh,
represent?
A dream that Roke had that would never be fulfilled. A Hollywood
yeah,
dream.
Ooh. Okay,
basically
okay.
that.
Tell us
Although
more.
it was fulfilled at points in my life, but it didn't
Well,
feel like this movie.
well, actually, we actually have a surprise for you. We know who you were talking about, and she's actually going to join the podcast now.
Could the
Come on
click?
in.
No, no, no. I mean, have you guys seen the '70s show?
Yes.
Uh, have you seen it, Chaos?
No shit. It was like one of the three shows on TV growing up.
Right. Okay. I was just wondering. You guys know Donna, right?
Yeah, the ginger.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I love Donna. Like I'm like obsessed with her. Like
So,
I
how do you feel about that '90s show?
Oh my god,
which
that shit's out.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it actually.
I wanted to fucking reject it from my memory. Like I saw the trailer shit and I was like, fuck no, no.
Okay, so what do you love about Donna?
She.
What I love about Donna is the same thing that I love about this blonde girl in this movie. Apparently, it's something that I never knew until right now. I'm really into a tomboy girl that's really into you, but you don't know about it.
Wow, bro, what
I'm
a
really
fucking
the
You're
idea.
you're 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 into a girl that's into you and you don't know
Yeah.
the fuck,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, I'm into it.
He wanna live
Hey,
the
hey,
dream where he runs up towards the car and be like,
so
it always were you, Donna, it always were you, and she's like, bro, I'm lesbian, get the fuck out of here.
so when you know she's into you, are you still into her?
Yeah,
No,
that's
no.
the.
Let me break it down even further to the core of why I really like it. It's because you have this girl that's overlooked by other boys because she's like a tomboy, but
But
she's still beautiful.
she wasn't though, because that guy was hitting on her. Remember
Yeah.
the guy with the short hair?
Yeah.
He wanted some of that action. Even the Nazi wanted some. The teacher wanted some too, because he was a pedophile.
Everybody wanted some in the movie.
Except
Everybody
for
wanted to practice kissing. Everybody wanted to practice kissing. I mean, that's what happened in the 80s.
yeah, go ahead.
But no, but like I said, at the core, it's like this idea that you have this girl, and she's your friend, and you get along with her great. And at the same time, you don't really see her that way, but you always have the option to be with her. It's like, it sounds fucked up and it's possessive, but it's like, she's yours if you want her. And
You
she's hot. And
so
you know what I
you
mean? I like that idea.
so you're quoting the boyfriend, the bad boyfriend.
I guess no,
He's my property. She's my property.
I'm trying to get to the core of why I like that. I like that concept. That's what I'm trying to say. And at the core, I
Because
think
you
it's
don't
basically
think
that.
women are people.
Bro, are you holding right now? What are you wearing that?
Bro, that
What?
looks like
What?
Santa
Women are
Claus.
people, okay?
But yeah, I mean that just for that, I love that movie. Like,
Bro,
I
looks
said,
like looks like from your nose semen is coming out.
I didn't think
Jesus
about that at all.
Jesus
You got a
Christ.
dirty mind. You got a dirty mind, Ash, bro.
Ashby blasting some thickness. That's what that means.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's why he said that in this movie. He said, "You want to fuck?" They never said that in the movie.
Not once. This was actually a Christian camp movie. Like kissing
Christian cat.
kissing was the most they did.
Yeah, like sex is prohibited. Sex only after marriage.
I get it. I get it. Like I can see why you'd want a girl who's into you, but you don't know it. But
It feels.
I think
good to
that's
be
the thing.
loved. It feels
That's
good to
that's
be
the
loved.
thing they didn't put in the movies back then. Everyone knows it's so much easier if the girl just tells you you're into them. They never put that into almost any movies.
Well,
Like if she had told him, do you think he would have gone out with the popular girl if he knew that she was into him? Like if he wasn't stupid?
Bro, that guy was
no,
fucking
actually, I
hot.
think she played her cards exactly right. She did exactly what she needed to do to make him be interested in her. And basically, what she did is like, just kiss me. And he's like, okay, but it's for practice. He's like, okay. After that, he was hooked.
After that, he
Yeah.
was like, okay, I get it now.
Like
Do
I
you
get
think
what you're
that
talking
he
about
saw
all the
her,
time.
he remembered the kiss. He
Do
was
you
like,
think that
that kiss
if
was
she
fire.
had like remember right after they walked out the party, she shook the girl's hand and she was like, "My bad, I didn't realize how cool you actually were." Do you think if she had just
Bro,
like flicked her off and be like, "Fuck you, bitch," the girl would have been
no,
like, "You should
no,
get
I
with
mean,
her."
that's what I'm saying. She cared about him so much that she actually thought, you know what, I'm gonna be decent to this girl. That's why
And
I
she
like her as like a.
and she even left the car behind and was walking home crying. And this dumbass didn't even get in the car to chase after her.
I know,
Like,
like she
he
genuinely loved him like that. That's what I liked about the movie. At least from her part, she felt like that
after
she genuinely loved that guy.
after watching him make out with another girl all night, now he's making out with her. Hey.
Imagine that he says that to her. He's like, as a joke, hey, you're my sloppy seconds.
It's
And
been
then,
a great. I've been busy tonight, girl. You've seen it.
I kissed my dad. I kissed my sister. I kissed the Nazi guy. Some of the black dudes in his gang.
Mom's gonna help me when I get home. I get the birds and bees talk.
Uh, yeah, she did exactly what she needed to do. I guess to win him over. If she had told him, "Hey, I like you," he wouldn't have realized it. She needed to kiss him,
Bro, I like you too.
bro, as a friend.
No, I like you. Bro, like I like you too, bro. What you mean, bro? Honestly, I don't know how he was fixing cars. He didn't even realize the car was out of gas. Come on now. Like, I don't think the dad was worried about the wrong thing. Like they said he had like straight A's or something. I don't know. He spent all his college monies on a earring. Well, what's his plan? He never even said what he wanted to do. Like
He
just
just
art.
wanted to have one good date and then be poor.
Because the dad was like, "I don't want you coming home washing your hands," and then he shows his hands full of oil.
Yeah, which shows he didn't mind. I guess he didn't mind being a mechanic for the rest of his life.
I was really waiting on the dad to be like, "When I was in high school, you know, your mom was my best friend,
Bro,
and I went for the popular girl. Look at me now."
I don't know where I work because the movie doesn't tell where I work, but I'm concerned about your future. I
Well,
don't want you to be.
he has a nice house, like relatively. It's
Yeah,
a
but
nice
what does he do?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yo, it's like he's like a Italian mafia. You just see Robert De Niro in his house one day when the kids come home. Oh, wait outside, son. Wait outside. Got some business.
Business.
Yeah, what does the dad do? That's a good question.
We
He
don't know
seems
what
like
the mom does either.
well, the dad seems like a muscle. The mom, she was pretty plain Jane. She had short hair too, and it was nice. I like short hair.
At one point, the wannabe popular sister, she's like, the world revolves about him, and you know what? She was right because we don't even remember what the other people do. That's
Like
she had a he had a younger sister, a little kid sister that
who
that
was
was
a
like a smart.
yeah, she was annoying, bro. She was like, I need more vitamins in my meal. And then everyone
Bro,
ignored her.
she's that girl from Full House. I didn't realize it was her when I first saw the movie, but it's
Everywhere you look, it is your heart.
Oh, everybody forgot about that. You know that girl who looked familiar and we cannot remember where the
Yeah,
fuck
she's from
she's
Airbud.
And there was this guy at the end with long hair who just removed his glasses and she was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh
was
yeah.
when they walked into the first time we saw him, he was just like scruffing his nose. Then he took his shades off.
he was trying to act like a dog to intimidate the guy.
Hey, and the brothers too. They were dangerous. Like that one guy like ripped the fence off. He didn't even use the key. He just ripped it off.
Yeah. I mean, like, he was like, there are ways to get around it. I'll just find my own way. I'll rip it off.
And the other black guy like broke a pencil in detention.
Bro, you know what is one of the things that I like about this movie is it's like an 80s movie, right? And I remember watching all those 80s movies and they were cheesy, but I enjoyed the fuck out of them. Like this reminds me of like Police Academy and all those type of era movies.
that were really cheesy, but I like them. I don't know. They're like late 80s and early 90s movies.
I was a big fan of RoboCop.
RoboCop was violent as fuck for the 90s, bro. Like that movie's like has a little bit like a gore tone to it.
Yo, who
That
do I
movie
look
was cool.
like? Who do I look like?
I don't know. I don't want to say that you look Jewish, but I'm sure thinking it.
I was gonna say the drawing of the girl. He made her nose. He gave her a big ass jaw and a big ass nose, and then it shows her looking. She's got a tiny nose.
And her boobs were bigger. She's like, "Why are my boobs and my ass so big?" And he's like, "That's how I see you." That's how I see you.
I made your penis too big. Your penis big too, bro. Look at it. I don't
It's
have a
called-
penis.
Yeah, it's called a futa girl. It's called a futa girl. You won't know about it until like 20 years from now.
It's all the rage. It's cool. It's animated stuff. Don't worry about
It's animated stuff. It's just some stuff from Japan. It's gonna catch on eventually.
Ask Hiroshi. He's in my mechanics class. The one Asian
Bro,
kid at school.
Actually, in 1987, anime wasn't even near in as it is in American culture.
course.
They didn't even know about it.
Of course. Only the nerds know about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie I thought it was alright. Like, I enjoyed it for a one-time watch. I doubt I'll see it again, but
I need to see it again
That is
until like 5 years from now. Maybe 5 years from now, I'll revisit it.
nigga, in 20 years you're gonna be
We
like,
all need
it's been 20 years since
Yo,
I've seen it again.
You know, if we all get a girl that is into us, then we will watch the movie with her.
Yeah, she's gonna stop being into us. She'll be like, what the fuck is this shit?